Will the LSU running game lead the Tigers to success for the 2021 campaign season, or will the Tigers kind of be average to mediocre, kind of like how they were last year, with a with kind of a disappointing running game that they have with John Emery and and Ty Davis Price Jr. Um, LSU for the 2021 year has a lot of talent coming in. If you're looking at running backs like Armani Goodwin and Hines coming into, and I'm sorry, with Corey Kiner coming in to kind of back up Emery and to kind of back up Ty Davis Price. And with the fight for who is going to be the number one guy there, this is a great opportunity for young guys like Armani Goodwin from Alabama, who was the best running back out of the state of Alabama, and Corey Kiner was one of the best running backs out of the state of Ohio, to come in and try to play for that playing time. This is also a big opportunity for that running game to potentially succeed, not just because of the talent that they have in the room, but because you have the offensive line, right? This offensive line is experienced. Were they the greatest offensive line last year? No, but they showed a lot of flashes, right? An offensive line that's led by Deculus and Ed Ingram and Hines and the rest of those guys there. Jake Peets, with the amount of talent that he has on the offensive line with the running game, and especially at the quarterback position as well, because the quarterback does play a big factor of the success of the running game. We'll see how Jake Peets can definitely transform that offense, and are they going to be an all-around offense? Right? Are they going to be an offense that not only can throw the football, because we know that they can throw the football and the amount of talent they have the receiving position, but one of their biggest struggles last year was running the ball. Again, we saw flashes of John Emery Jr. Arguably the best game that I've ever seen from John Emery play was against Alabama. That was kind of his breakout game where he averaged close to over six. I think he averaged over 6 to 7 yards per carry. But we all know that kind of thunder and bolt type of thing, right? Ty Davis is more of a power back. He is a 230-pound back that, he's your classic bruising type of guy. But with John Emery Jr., he was supposed to be the man, right? He was supposed to be the guy. He was a 5-star guy coming out of Louisiana, and he has not lived up to expectations. Again, we see flashes of the explosion, we see flashes of the elusiveness and the speed and a little bit of the power, but he has not lived up to those expectations yet. So all the pressure, I think, will be going to not just Emery, but will be going to the rest of the LSU running room that is extremely talented. But we all know that the passing attack is, it can't, if LSU wants to go where they want to go, and that's obviously winning a national title, it just can't be the passing game, right? As much as Joe Burrow was just a monster in 2019, he almost threw for 6,000 yards. We also have to give a lot of credit to the offensive line and to Clyde Edwards-Helaire Jr., because it was Clyde Edwards-Helaire Jr. That had a lot of key moments from that Bama game, and you can make an argument ultimately won that Bama game when it was a 3rd and 5 type of stop, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire throughout that entire game made a lot of key moments, and throughout that entire season. So the running game needs to be big for LSU in order for them to succeed and beat Alabama and go on and do other things. So I'm very interested to see if the running game will improve. I think that all the ingredients are there. The offensive line is there, in my opinion, as far if you're just talking about experience, and you have that mixture of talent and a lot of experience. I definitely feel like the coaching foundations, from what we've been hearing this entire offseason, of the players have finally found a coaching room that they can form a bond with, that they have continuity with, they have chemistry with. So, I'm making this big assumption now that should be clear. The offensive group should be straightened out. And a big factor, if LSU wants to get to where they want to get to, is the running game has to play their part. They play a major role in it. And with John Emery Jr. and Ty Davis Price, and with that running room as talented as it is, we will find out if truly that running room will definitely live up to expectations, or will it be average or mediocre like it was last year. So obviously we'll find out about it, but I'm excited to see what will happen for the 2021 season.